spend the rest of my life in prison. I'd rather you guys. You do 21 years in prison.
This is Zach Borton, a man just brought in for questioning after fleeing the scene of a triple murder involving 3 old men. And while this detective may think he has his suspect exactly where he wants him, Zach's about to let him know he's the one running the show.
I'm not a dumb individual. I also got a bachelor's degree in psychology, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna you guys. Like, I'm a straight shooter.
And he's about to make a deal with detectives that gets him exactly what he wants, in exchange for what he promises is a full confession.
I know my life's over, so I want to hug my wife goodbye. Hi, Papas. Hi, Papas.
But is it the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Or is there a lot more to this story than this pizza-loving, wife-hugging suspect is letting on?
Listen, I'm not answering that question, okay?
Okay. We're allowed to lie to people. But we can charge somebody for lying to us. I certainly have no issue with you calling the shots here today.
But I wish that were so.
On Sunday, August 21st, 2021, in Grass Lake Township, Michigan, a woman was returning home from a friend's house around 5 a.m. when she noticed her 70-year-old neighbor Michael Paulus's front door was hanging open. As she went to take a closer look, she found the body of an elderly man lying on the front porch, obviously deceased. She immediately called 911. And when deputies arrived, they found the scene littered with .40 caliber shell casings and 2 more bodies on the property, 80-year-old Delmar Fraley and 70-year-old Edward Kanzler. All 3 were members of a biker gang, and all 3 had been shot multiple times. Police interviewed neighbors, who immediately named 43-year-old Zachary Borton as the suspect. He'd moved in with the men a month earlier and was known for his drug use and erratic behavior. He'd fled the scene in Edward's 2006 Ford Explorer, and it wouldn't take long for police to find out where he went. He'd driven nearly 2 hours to a friend's house in Grand Rapids, but suspecting that Zach had committed a crime, the friend immediately turned him in. He was arrested after a brief standoff and brought in for questioning, where he had a few demands for detectives before agreeing to confess. The following footage was provided by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department.
Zachary.
Yeah.
Hi, Zach. I'm Brian. Nice to meet you.
You guys need something, just let us know, okay?
I'm a detective from Jackson County. So I just want to talk to you a little bit just to get your side of the story. I always know there's 2 sides of every story, right? And I know that I'm only getting one side. I've obviously talked to a lot of different people today. Between last night and today, and I just want to hear it from you. I do think there's a lot of explanations for why things happen. So I'm asking your permission if you just want to let me know what happened.
I have no problem telling you everything as far as anything you guys want to know, but I was also told if I came in cooperatively, I'd get to see my wife and hug my wife. She was promised that as well.
Okay, so look, before I say anything to you, can I read you your Miranda rights, just to let you know your rights?
And I just wanted to state that before I said that, because once you read me my rights, if I say anything about an attorney, you got to stop talking to me, so I don't want you to have to do that. So what I'm saying is I just want the side that was already said that it was going to be taken care of by your officers,
okay,
that I can see my wife and hug her, and then before,
okay,
this is it for me, you know. So.
I can make any arrangements as far as hugging your wife. Is she in Jackson?
She knows she's right here in Grand Rapids.
Okay, I can see if we can make some arrangements on that. I'll have to get Grand Rapids to cooperate in that.
They're the ones that told her that if she could get me to come in cooperatively, that they would let us hug.
Well, that sounds like that's something we can accomplish. Okay. So before I ask you anything, I do want to read your Miranda rights. Okay. Just want to let you know what your rights are.
Yeah.
What would you like me to call you?
I'm Zach. My name's Zach.
Zach, work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zach.
If you want to call me Brian, I'd
Brian.
appreciate that. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Zach, you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand your rights?
I understand.
Given these rights in mind, are you agreeing with talking to me today?
Yeah, as long as I get to see my wife. I mean, I'm not going to talk.
I'll do, as long as Grand Rapids cooperates with that, I have no issue.
All right, I'm not going to talk until I hug her, though, because I know how that goes. Like, I mean, she could say, you could say, I can try to do whatever I can. You already got a statement.
Well, where is she at right now?
She's in Grand Rapids, not too far from me.
Okay.
We talked, so, I mean, the detective, or not, I don't know if it was an officer that was sent by the detective, told her that they can make sure that we can hug and we can say bye to each other and stuff.
Can you take my word on it if I talk with them?
I'm not going to confess to nothing until
I understand that. Will you take my word that I'll get you a hug and get you to talk to her if I can get them to agree to it? I don't know that I can get her right this second here.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not gonna, I mean, how does that work? I mean, you can say any, I mean, when you know what I mean? It's not, that's like we're at a standoff because like I could say anything and then it's like, oh, well, I tried. Or they said they were gonna, but did, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing that's important to me is I know my life's over.
Okay.
So I want to hug my wife goodbye. I want to give her a kiss. I want to talk to her for a minute. And they already said I could do that. That was one of the reasons I came in cooperatively.
Okay.
So, I mean, I just want that. And once that's fulfilled, so I know we're not, like, I'm not being, because that's already been told to me. My wife's not going to lie and say, they said that I can hug you and see you with that.
I totally 100% believe that, and I totally will tell you that I would let you do that.
Well, I mean, I believe you would. I'm just saying, I don't think much.
Let me see if I can get that arranged.
All right, thank you.
Right out of the gate, Zach makes it clear that despite being in cuffs, he's confident conducting the terms of this interview himself. There may be a chemical reason for this extreme self-esteem though, considering he's coming down off a methamphetamine high. But while he's currently in custody of Jackson County, it was Grand Rapids cops who made the arrest and promised that if he turned himself in peacefully, he'd be allowed to hug his wife one last time. Now he's going to hold them to it, and unfortunately for kind old Detective Brian here, he won't say one word about the murders until they do.
Hi.
Hey.
You were just talking to him,
Yep.
right? I'm Detective Zabriskie. I work for the Grand Rapids Police Department.
Okay.
I understand you want to talk to a young lady. Is that
Okay.
correct? Which young lady?
Because I'm Samantha, you guys.
Common law wife, married wife?
No, we're married.
You're legally married?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I can tell you this. His partner and my partner, one of the guys that was already spoken to her today, is on their way there.
Okay.
Okay? But you know it's not like we're just going to go across the street to McDonald's.
Well,
Right?
no, I know
It's
that, yeah.
going to be a minute.
All right.
Okay? So they're on their way.
Okay.
I'm not, doesn't do me any good to lie to you, right? I mean, they literally just left. And so I just texted them. When they get there, they're gonna see if she's willing to come here.
All right.
Okay? That's where that's at.
Absolutely.
In the meantime, can we talk?
I mean, I'll answer a few questions, let you guys know I'm not. But I'm not gonna get a confession or tell you guys everything.
That's fine.
That's fine. And as soon as she gets here, as soon as they get him, she gets here, he'll bring her in. Even if no matter where we're at the questioning or.
Well, I'm not gonna answer some of these questions until you know what I mean?
Realize
I have nothing. You guys gotta realize this, and I'm just being 100 because that's all I am. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna. Guys, I keep it shoot. I'm a straight shooter. You guys can make my life hell. You can't. Whatever. It doesn't do nothing to me right now. My life's over. You understand?
Why do you feel your life's over?
Listen, I'm not answering that question. Okay.
Okay.
I know my wife's over with. So all I'm saying is, there's one thing I want because I won't be able to touch my wife again. Is to give my wife a hug and talk to her. That's all. That's the only thing that's grounded me for this whole little process I've been going through. And then I had no problem going back until a year from now. I'm telling you every little thing I've done and didn't do. It doesn't matter. One charge or a million charges, I'm over it.
What's up?
It seems like they're still working on that. Go ahead.
Whether you guys try to do one charge and I'm found guilty of it, or I get found guilty of 50 charges, it's the same amount of time, it's the same amount of time for me. Sure. So it makes me no difference to confess to stealing a candy bar from Myers or to killing something. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do the same amount of time in prison. See what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted you guys to realize.
Got a text, like I told you, says, we'll see if she wants to come in. They're on their way there now.
Okay.
So only thing that Brian was thinking and that we were thinking is, it doesn't do, we're going to send somebody there. They're already on their way. As soon as they get there, we'll have an answer. If she says no, what do you want me to do?
She's not going to say no.
Okay.
But if she does, then I mean, I guess she needs to tell me that I can call her.
Well, we can do it over the phone.
We can do it over the phone.
You can't hug her over the phone, but
that's right. That's the only thing that's important. You guys understand? I'm going through a thing, and my wife and I have been separated for like 9-10 months now, and we're on that verge of like probably divorce. Probably gonna get divorced after this, and like we haven't been on good terms. We finally start talking and stuff. And that's the only thing that's important to me. I don't care if I can confess to nothing, pull a lawyer up, and I can just go through it like that. I have no problem with that either. I'm just saying if I could benefit out of it, because to me it's one and the same. Whether I get found guilty of stealing a candy bar at Myers 10 years ago or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do the same amount of time. I've got like 15, 20. So I'm definitely, whatever I get found guilty, it doesn't matter to me if it's a murder charge or if it's a gun charge or if it's a shooting in my wife's house charge. I mean, any of that stuff. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have a problem confessing all of it because to me it's just going to get over with faster anyways. But at the same time, I got one thing, that's my wife. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to hug her goodbye, I didn't get to kiss her goodbye yesterday, today. That's all I want to do. And make sure we're going to be all right, and that's it. And I don't care about any of the other stuff. All the other stuff's irrelevant. You know what I mean? After that, it's like, whatever. You know what I mean? It's all one of the same.
I get it.
I got the best lawyer in Grand Rapids, which is Frank Stanley. He's a good friend of mine. You can call him in a minute. He'll be like, shut up, don't say nothing. I understand all of that. I'm not a dumb individual, none of that stuff. But I also got a bachelor's degree in psychology, so it's not like you guys can tell me one thing and it's like convince me of it, and that's fine. And you guys might have the best intentions in the world, and you didn't break your word because that's what you tried to do. But something can go wrong in the meantime, and what happens? I'll still hold it back. You know what I mean? It's just not interested.
Not arguing with anything you said. You did a lot of talking. You talk pretty fast. You have a lot of things you
I
want
know
to do.
there's a lot of shit going on. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm nervous. I'm apprehensive. I
appreciate it.
Talking a mile a minute, admitted multiple felon Zach brings detectives up to date on his life story, including his alleged psychology degree and that he and his wife have been on the verge of a divorce for months. Although he claims to have the best lawyer in town, notice that he's not asking for him and claims he just wants to cooperate with police. Bottom line is, this guy knows the system inside and out, and that he's pretty much screwed no matter what. So if he's about to spend the rest of his life in prison, why not get what he can out of the situation first? Especially when the detective interviewing him seems like a total pushover.
You got a job to do, you know what I'm saying? I understand that, I respect that. I'm not trying, you guys didn't do nothing to me personally, so therefore I don't have no reason to be, I mean, I have every reason as an American citizen to be uncooperative and let the court system do it. But it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't to me no more. I mean, I'm arrested. I'm going to spend the rest of my life in prison for one thing or another. You can charge me with all the charges you say you got right now, and then as time goes on, you got more charges because shit you guys don't even know about. So you can go. It's one and the same to me. You know what I mean? Like, I got 15 felonies. I'm getting charged with habitual, and it's 10 to 12 years minimum. To me, I'm 43 years old. I'll be 44. I've already did 21 years in prison. You know what I mean? Like, that's the rest of my life to me. I don't care. That's why I wasn't going to come cooperative. That's why I'm going to make you shoot me. I mean, that's not something I want to say.
I'm glad you didn't do that.
I mean, I'm glad for whoever had to shoot me.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's whoever, it's not his fault. Go home and tell his dad or his son or whatever.
But you still got a family that loves you too.
Right, exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing that's important to me. That's what I'm saying. So I'm doing this for one purpose. You guys know one purpose and one purpose only. And that's my wife. She begged me. And she said that it would be more important to her if I didn't do that. It would be her worse. But if I did come out and I wasn't going to shoot y'all. You guys didn't do nothing to me. But I had to make you guys believe I did or you wouldn't shoot me. And to me, doing the rest of my life in prison or ended up dead, I'd rather be dead. I mean, just being honest. So to me, it made no difference. The only thing that stopped that from happening was my wife. So that's why that issue of me hugging her is important.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You probably owe her a bit of gratitude,
I owe
right?
her a lot of gratitude. Sure. I guess. I mean, not really. It's still to be determined. It's still to be determined. Because the house is going to go. I'm going to spend the rest of my life in prison. To me, I'd rather you guys shot me. You do 21 years in prison and you tell me you want to go back there for a day, let alone the rest of your life.
I can't say that I've done that, right. So I can't.
Well, you haven't done nothing to deserve that either. You've been on the right side of the law. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying that why me pity party, but that's my mentality. Just to let you guys know that's my mentality.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And anything I tell you guys or I'm going to tell you guys, it's factual. You can check it. It's going to be fact. And I don't have no reason to why. For what purpose? What am I going to gain? You know what I mean? I'm not. The only thing I got to gain is a hug from my wife, a kiss from my wife. That's it. It's the only thing I got.
Well, I'm hoping that she's going to agree to that. I think it sounds like she cares about you enough that it sounds like she will.
Was cuffs uncomfortable on that chair?
Yeah.
It seems silly, but that chair might be
straight.
No, it's got a hole where the hands go.
Oh, gotcha.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thanks.
Is there anything that I can get for you aside from that right now? Do you want some water or
If
something?
you can give me some water, that'd be cool.
I can work on it.
Appreciate that.
Matter of fact, I got somebody working on it right now.
All right.
I'll get you some water, so we'll work on that. Because if I'm not going to push it. If you say you don't want to talk, you don't want to talk. He's not going to. But at the same time, we're going to kind of sit here for the next.
I understand what you're saying. He's got to understand my position. I have nothing else. You know what I mean?
We're not questioning that. We understand it.
That's it.
I got 28 years. He's probably got 25 years. So we get it.
You guys are awesome.
So
you got a degree in psychology. So at the same time.
So when I was my first 5 years here, I would have been just a jerk, and I wouldn't give you the time of day because I was just.
You wouldn't get over nothing out of me though.
And I know, I get it. I learned the hard way.
That's the wrong approach for somebody like me because
I get it.
Nothing to lose, nothing to gain.
And I learned the hard way. And I got 28 years in now. It's kind of like, to me, it's just everybody's.
What did you say your last name was?
Locker.
Oh.
28 years in, and now everybody's equal to me. I just treat everybody 100%, no different than I would want to be treated, and that's how I'm going to treat you. How if I was over there, I would want to be treated fair. Want nobody to lie to me. I wouldn't want you to be deceptive to me because we're going to accomplish nothing. And I would be so angry at me if I were you if I lied to you.
I mean, I think to tell you the honest God truth from dealing with police, you might be different. You could be the exception, but you're going to get lies. You're going to get I mean, that's your job is to coerce a statement out of me. It's your job.
No, it's not my job.
Well, I mean, it's your job to find out the facts.
It's to find out the fact, but I can do it without having to lie to somebody. I don't have to lie to people because I have to live with myself if I lie to them. So now, today's day and age, we're allowed to lie to people.
Right.
But we can charge somebody for lying to us during a serious criminal. How's that fair?
It's not.
No, it's not fair. So why would I want to treat you any differently than why would I want to lie to you when you can't lie to me? Is that fair? I like to play by the rules.
I like that. I mean, but I also look at it like I'm just. You know the perception. You're not no ignorant guy. I can tell this by looking at you and talking to you. You're not an ignorant guy. So you know that the perception and usually what it is, it'll take whatever I got to do to get. If you got to get a cheeseburger, what's a cheeseburger if you're gonna get a full confession? You know what I'm saying? And it would be like anything you need to do to get what you need to get because it does make your job easier. It doesn't say it won't do your job for you because I mean there's evidence. We got evidence for you. Got witnesses for you. Got all that stuff for it. And I understand that, but I'm saying it makes your job easier. And plus, you'd never know the whole story. I mean, you'd never. Right. You'd have suspicion. You'd have what the evidence shows. You'd have what you know your conviction or what you feel as if you know what transpired, what happened. But I mean, I can tell you just because I was there, you wouldn't know the whole story. You know what I mean? So who wouldn't want to know the whole story? I mean, even if you weren't a detective, you know what I mean? Like just as a person, as a human, like why would you want to be left out of some of the stories? Like why do you always want to be left wondering or guessing or knowing if there's other people out there or if you know what I'm saying? Like any of that stuff, you want to know. So I understand you have a motive to get to that. You know what I'm saying? And I have no problem giving that. I have nothing to lose at this point. I just got to make sure that what I'm asking for, that's not too far out of the realm. It's not like I'm asking, hey, I want $1 million in a helicopter here.
They're about 10 minutes out from where they got to be. So
all right, cool.
I'm going to let you guys talk, and I'll let you know when I find out.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Now that Zach knows his wife is en route to see him, he'll finally seem to relax, at least as much as someone who's been on the run from a murderous meth binge can. He continues talking with Detective Brian for the next hour as he waits for his wife to arrive, during which we learn much more about him, and an awkward dynamic between cop and criminal begins to emerge. It seems like no matter how many years you have on the job, making small talk with a killer is never easy.
You know, if you go through life treating people with respect, or you 9 times out of 10 you'll get what you give. So whether it's like karma, you believe in karma, so you believe that you know if you put out good, good will come back, or if you believe in God, whatever it is, 9 times out of 10, what you put out there you'll get back. If you treat someone with respect, they'll respect you. If you're courteous to somebody, they're courteous to you. And there's a lot of people be like, he's this and this. Well, how do you treat him? You know what I mean? Like, how would you guys go through? Or would you treat him like to make him become a dick? You know?
Name chair, it makes me feel smaller than I already am. I'm gonna swap these out.
These chairs, I don't know, they go down now.
But you're a tall guy. Well, how tall are you?
Well, like 5'11".
I'm 5'8". If I'm lucky. So, did you grow up in Jackson or?
Hillsdale area, Hillsdale, Litchfield.
Okay. So what school did you go to?
I went to Litchfield High School, and then I went to prison when I was 16, though. So
okay, Litchfield is a small school.
Litchfield's real small. We won the Class D championships though my last year there in '94.
Basketball?
Football.
Okay.
I was a part of that team. So.
Were you? What'd you play?
I played running back.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a little older than you. I graduated in '88.
I would have graduated in '95.
Did you play the next year?
No, I didn't even finish my 9th grade of high school.
Oh, really?
I went to prison.
What did you do?
Armed robberies and unarmed robberies and
okay.
just acting the fool. I got a lot of felonies. Just was out of control, fighting and shit like that. And that started one thing and then led to another.
You close to your parents?
Me and my mom were all right. Me and my dad were all right, but I wasn't like real close.
Did you like basketball?
Yeah, we played. I played a lot of basketball. And we always just go into the gym and we'd all play, and then all of us would play together. That's when we would think it was the same thing. Like I remember I had autographed cards from Missouri from Jeff Warren, and I was like a freshman in high school or something. I was like, this dude is stuff. Right? I think he's going to pro, because you think because he comes from your town, he just wasn't quite that good. But
he started at Missouri for years.
Yeah, he went to. He started. I think his last 3 years. I want to say.
Okay.
And then he went overseas. He played in I want to say Europe. The Europe.
He made pretty good money over there.
Oh, I mean, he made decent money. Yeah. I don't think he had a different job. I don't think he ever had maybe he did when he died.
You need some more water?
No, I was just trying to itch my eye.
Yeah, football is kind of my sport I like to follow.
Professional too or no?
Yeah, college and professional.
I watch football. I used to watch a lot of college football in prison.
College is fun.
I like college. It's more exciting than
Yep,
professional,
it is.
in my opinion. It's just,
You know what got me into pro football was, I don't know if you ever heard of fantasy football.
yeah, I know. I play man.
Do a lot of that, and that gets you following pro
It
football.
does.
You don't have any choice, right?
Yeah. They got
And then
free
you-
leagues you can win money off of. They got the ones with your buddies where you guys, each
Yeah.
pitch in so much, and then you got to put in so much each week, and then each week you get the pool for that.
Yep.
week.
So I always did it with my buddies. I'm in usually two leagues a year, and it's
It's
makes
fun.
fun.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
So if we do this confession stuff, you got the Grand Rapids police in here too, so they can get their shit at the same time. So we gotta keep doing this over and over.
Whatever you want. I certainly have no issue with you calling the shots here today.
But I wish that were so.
If we can definitely kill two birds with one stone, if you're good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start coming around Grand Rapids every once in a while.
It's a nice city. People are nice. You get a new sense too. Like I don't know, if you're here for a while, you leave, you come back, you just know it's like a whole different bustle, a different scent.
Really?
Especially from down like in the Jackson area, 'cause it's such a small town bustle down there.
Yeah.
And this has got a big, big town feel.
Sure.
Big town.
And people in Jackson aren't the friendliest either.
Yeah.
What's your different tattoos stand for?
Oh, I got hundreds of them, bro.
Yeah, different types. I like tattoos. I don't know if I'd ever want to get a permanent one though.
Permanent one?
And that's obviously the only option. I'd like them maybe for a month at a time or a couple months.
See what they look like, see how they feel like.
Yeah.
My mom's like 60 now, and she was gonna get her first one.
Uh-huh.
She didn't end up doing it.
I'll probably get my first one on my ankle or something. something that I can hide if I need to. Then I'll probably like it so much. There's my partner here. Hello. Yes. Yep, that's my preference. Sounds good. Thanks. Bye. She is here, and they're going to bring her down.
Cool.
Thankfully, Zach's estranged wife arrives before his small talk with Detective Brian becomes any more excruciating. And while he did say he'd refuse to talk until he hugged his wife, the detective could have used the intervening hour to at least attempt to learn more facts about the case from the only person alive who knows them. But when Zach finally gets to see his wife, a surprised member of the family arrives with her, and we notice a slight change in his attitude. It's almost as if this cocky criminal goes from bad boy gangster to realizing he just threw his entire life away in a matter of seconds.
Go ahead, RJ. Stand up if you want.
Sandra Ball. Hi, Papas. Hi, Papas. I can't play it. Daddy have kisses. Oh, that's a good kiss. You playing your game?
Aww.
Is that a good hug? Hi, Papas. Aw.
No, Daddy.
Daddy. Good daddy kisses. Thank you. Getting so big.
Yeah.
Loving our mommy. Mm-hmm. Loving our mommy. I know. Can daddy get a little love? Can daddy get a little love? Get big clothes. Daddy loves you. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I love you, silly guy.
All right, guys, I hate to break it up, but we got to do it.
All right. Thank you, guys. You,
Go ahead.
Bye, Bubba's. Bye. Bye, Bubba's.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. He's a cute little dude.
Thank you.
25 years, never done anything like that. All right. But we're men of our words, so I wish I could make it happen longer, but unfortunately we can't.
That's all I ask for. Thank you very much. Very appreciative of that.
Sure thing. He didn't want to kill two birds with one stone, so if you could send a detective in on your incident, or are you guys all set?
I'll have him step in.
Okay.
We're just gonna escort her out, make sure she gets back to her truck safely and things like that, and then he'll pop back in here, okay? I don't know if she knows where she's at or where she's going down here, but we wanna make sure that she gets in her truck and on her way, so he'll be right back up.
All right, thank you.
I think your guy talked to her already, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Zach not only got to see his wife, but his little boy as well. And judging by that 1,000-yard stare on his face after they left, it looks like he might be having some major regrets about his kill-crazy, drug-fueled rampage. But now that that's out of the way, and police have held up their end of the bargain, it's time for Zach to hold up his. He says he'll spill every detail of his crime in his confession, but it's up to these clearly kind-hearted detectives to parse out truth from fiction. Will they be able to do it? Or has Detective Brian buddied up to Zach a bit too close for comfort?
Are we okay to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me what happened with the on Fishville.
Polak had been like, that's Mike. He had been high. I think he smoked crack or something. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like noided out, and he kept coming in the back bedroom where I was staying, and like waving a pistol around and saying, "Who's in here? Who are you talking to?" I know somebody's in here, and then like the second or third time, I mean, I kind of got insulted because it was more like, if I want to have somebody in there, I'd have somebody in here.
Which bedroom you talking about?
If you go in the front door, there's a bedroom. So back right by the fireplace or whatever, there's a bedroom right there to the right. You know what I'm talking about? And then to the left, there's a like a I guess it'd be a front room, a big room.
It's almost like a family room.
Yeah, and then so in the bedroom right there on the right, when you first go in, that's the only other bedroom he's on the main floor. And so he kept waving the pistol. He'd come in with the pistol, he wouldn't wave it, like then point it at me. Like at one point, I think like the second time he came in or something, he kind of waved it towards me. I was like, don't point a fucking pistol at me or some shit. Just kind of like a guy's like back and forth.
You know what kind of pistol it was?
Yeah, it was 38.
Okay.
So he comes in there with that, and he's like kind of waving it around.
What was he upset about? Because you had somebody.
Well, he thought I had somebody in the room, but I didn't. And then I found out like the third time. I want to say it was the third time he came. He kept coming in there like, "Who's in here?" And I was like, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Who's in here? You know, I'd be half asleep, and I'm like, so like the third time or something in here, he's like, "I know she's in here." I said, "Who the f*** are you talking about?" And he said, which is like a girl that comes there every once in a while. It's she's messing with another biker or whatever. But he's kind of like her. He's kind of like infatuated with her, like kind of like want to look after. I don't know, like some weird thing. I don't know. He wasn't with her, so I don't know, some weird thing. But if she stayed the night and stuff like that, they'd sleep in the same bed and stuff. But anyways, like I know she's in here. I was like, man, Charles, and look around, like stop doing, like I don't know what you're doing when you're bugging out. He even said it to himself, like I just must be bugging out. I must be bugging out. He's looking under the bed. He's looking all through some stuff, and I'm like, bro, where's she gonna hide at? You know, like, come on, dude, get a grip. And then, so I heard, I don't know, it was probably 15, 20 minutes later. I hear him talking to somebody out in the front, like, well, not the front room, it wouldn't be. You first come in the door, there's a kitchen and like a big open dining room, and I hear him talking to somebody in there, which would be like, if you open my door, you'd be able to see right out there, pretty much. So. I like open the door and he's not talking to nobody. And I'm like, hey bro, who you out here talking to? And he was like, nothing, I thought I heard something out here. You sure there's nobody in there? And I'm like, yeah, there's nobody in there. And then he was like outside, I could hear him outside. And then, so I get up to come out there with him, and I'm like, what's going on out here or whatever. And he was like, there's somebody out here, I know for a fact. I heard coughing over by the chicken coop. And if you're so we had, anyways, we go over to the left side of the porch, which was if you're facing out towards the road, it'd be the left side would be, then that's the way like the driveway and stuff's on that side. And there's a chicken coop. And we go over there and look over there, and then both of us go, him and I both go walk around. And then we go back into the house, and I lay back down, and I thought he was going to bed, because he was like, it must be bugging out, it's getting to me or something. He was like, what did he say? Something like, I must be losing my mind, or these, or something about, they must think I'm losing my mind. They're not going to trick me like that or some shit. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, never mind, just go to bed, So I go back in and go to sleep, and well, I don't know, half sleep, whatever.
Zach claims that while under the influence of drugs, an armed Michael Pauly was wandering around the property, allegedly trying to find a woman he was infatuated with. While this is clearly erratic behavior, according to neighbors, it describes Zach himself more than Michael, Delmar, or Edward. While all were known members of a biker gang, it was only Zach who had become a neighborhood menace in the short month he'd been living there. There'd been several complaints about him firing guns at all hours of the night while high, a seriously bad combination which came to a predictably worse conclusion. But how did Michael and his other two roommates end up dead? Well, Zach has a story for that too, but it seems like he leaves out a few key details in his telling.
Yeah, I want to say he just like, I was going to say he smoked a joint or something, but then I heard, so that kind of put me out, and then I woke back up to walk the grounds with him. I don't really want to know, I'll say I looked at my clock, but it was probably 2 o'clock or maybe a little bit after, so somewhere in that time.
Fair enough.
That we walked and like just kind of like sweep of the ground to see if like who was out there, if anybody was out there or anything like that. And then I went, once we figured out there was nobody out there, of course. I go back in, and I don't know, it takes me probably not too long to get back to sleep because it was really late at this time. And I hear like 2 distinct gunshots downstairs, but that was after I heard a bang. I think that's what woke me up, like a, I don't know, like a bang, it wasn't a gunshot, but it was like a crash. And then I hear gunshots. I want to say 2 to 3. I want to say 2, then the third, like it was like 2 and then 3. And by that time I already had I have a gun. I kept it, a 40 cal.
Okay.
And I jumped out of bed with the 40 cal and cocked it. And he had a pistol, he had a 38 in his hand, and he said, I'm gonna kill you. And I thought he was talking about me. So I shot him twice or 3 times maybe.
He was coming in the door. You shot. So
Yeah, he was coming in the front door. And then he was yelling like something like he was agitated for sure, and he had the pistol like drawn up. And so I shot him, and then
so 3 times.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It happened kind of fast and in slow motion, like at the same time, like it was all like kind of a blur. So I shot him, and then like after I shot the gun, but it wasn't. After I looked closer, I just know it wasn't a gun. He was coming out of the back, and so I turned towards him and shot him, or at him rather. I don't even know if I hit him the first time because he turned, and when he turned to like kind of get away, I kind of ran back towards him. I don't know if he was trying to raise the gun or what he was trying to do, but I shot him again. That was the one that was in the doorway, and then but it was kind of like far. I don't know, I'm trying to make it make sense. And it all happened like a blur, like so fast, recognizing that it wasn't a gun, and then like panicking, like looking around and being like, oh my God, what the f-? Now all my clothes and all that stuff were in the back room, but I didn't, like I was just thinking like I was gonna panic, like what the f-? So I went to run downstairs and see what the keys or whatever off the table, and took his truck and just like drove away. And then after I got a little ways away or whatever, I called my wife and just told her that it was, just trying to talk to her and stuff. And I didn't tell her what I did. I just told her I did something bad and that I didn't know what to do, and that he'd already shot somebody, he was gonna shoot at me, or he shot at me, or something like that.
Zach claims he shot Michael after he appeared in his doorway and threatened him with a gun. But after getting closer, he realized it wasn't a gun at all. It was a lighter. He then shot the other 2 men in the house in quick succession before fleeing the scene in Edwards Ford Explorer. While he doesn't say why he finished Michael off and then went after Delmar and Edward, the implication is clear. He couldn't leave any living witnesses to his crime. But if Zach was hoping to fly under police radar, using a dead man's credit card in the town you're laying low in probably wasn't the brightest idea.
So what did you take with you? You took his wallet?
No, that was in the car. I didn't take his wallet. The wallet billfold. The wallet billfold is like a chain kind of connector thing. So, yeah. So I guess I did take the wallet because it was on a chain to like the keys. But it's not.
But they
got like a string. Like
they were honest person. Or?
No. They was on the table.
On the table,
yeah.
in the basement.
Yeah, in the basement, on the table. Right.
So you took his wallet and keys.
Well, yeah, they were connected together.
Okay.
It was like one.
Did you use the credit card?
I used the credit card when I first got to Grand Rapids at Post Drive.
What credit card? Is it the only one that was in there?
No, there was a couple of them in there, but it was a debit card or something. I used it for gas.
Where at?
I want to say it's not Post Drive. It might have been Post Drive gas station or something. But
What's Post Drive? It's a gas station?
Well, it's the different exit. Like in Grand Rapids, you got Post Drive is the exit. You got like.
Oh, it's the drive. It's the exit.
Yes.
What gas station?
It's like going right before you get on the highway to go farther north. Like you can't get there's not another gas station for a while. It's before Rockford and all that. But
Okay.
I don't know the name of it. Cigna or something.
Do you know how much you?
Like $45 or $46 or something like that.
In gas you put in?
Yep.
Got it. So what day was that?
No,
Yesterday.
No. Yeah, yesterday.
So did you drive straight to Grand Rapids when you left?
Yeah, I started driving aimlessly and then just like I didn't put it on, like I just kind of gravitated towards you.
What do you think time you got to Grand Rapids? Do you think?
9 o'clock probably.
Okay.
I'd say maybe 9 o'clock.
Did you pass any police officers like in the area? Were we getting in the area, or did we get there
I
quick?
took right off. I panicked. I just tried to get out of there. And
Did you go north out of there, or?
When you turn off the driveway, you go right.
Okay.
So you go down that way, and I remember taking a left, and I honestly couldn't tell you what direction I drove after that because I was just like befuddled. I waited for a little while, then I called my wife. She kind of grounded me a little bit.
When you got to Grand Rapids, where at 9 o'clock or so, where did you go?
I tried to go to his mom's house, and she wasn't home. And I tried to go to one of our mutual friends' house, and he wasn't home.
It was Sunday, for God's sake. Where was everybody at? Church?
I was thinking the same thing. It was early too. It was 10, probably 10, because I sat there and talked to my wife for like an hour in the parking lot. And then, was that after or before? No, it was before.
So then when you went all those 3 places, nobody's home, where did you end up?
Right where you guys found me at, on 2nd Street.
Okay.
3rd Street. No. I went to a car park first off Post Drive. Parked there, but there's a lot of traffic coming in and out. So I didn't want to stay there. So I ended up going to.
Did you tell him what happened?
No. I just told him I needed to chill for a while. I needed to just get some sleep or somewhere peaceful. And he was like, "What's up?" I told him I didn't want to talk about it. He said, "Okay."
And did you tell your wife what you did?
No.
Okay. Just what'd you tell her?
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to get her in any trouble.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, anything to do with her, I don't want to get her in any trouble. So I'm saying she did everything to try to help and try to make sure nobody else got hurt, and I didn't get hurt. So she's the reason I came in peacefully. So
Zach makes being on the run from the cops sound about as horrible as you'd think, especially when he had no one in his life but his estranged wife who was willing to help. But considering his violent history and the fact that she hadn't allowed him to see their child for months, it's obvious that Zach is deeply damaged and a highly dangerous individual, one who certainly shouldn't have access to high-powered handguns. He's also a felon, so being in possession of a firearm is technically a violation of his parole. Although, as everyone knows, when you're an ex-con who's only ever known a life of crime, parole stipulations are really more like guidelines.
What happened to we didn't find a gun there, any other handguns?
You got both. You should have both guns by now. If they did this, they did everything they were supposed to do. They searched what they were supposed to. You got both guns.
So you took the other gun with you?
I took
38, okay. Where were they located?
behind the blue couch in the.
Both of them?
Yeah, together.
Where did you get your 40 from?
I got it from a friend of mine.
Okay, did you buy it from him?
No, he gave it to
Okay,
me. He's had it since I've known him.
okay. How long have you had the 40?
Quite a while. I had a 9 and a 40, so I had it for like, when did I get rid of the 9? Like a month ago, maybe. So,
What did you all take after the incident happened? You took the wallet, the keys,
I just took the keys and the wallet, which were chained together, and that was it.
and the 38?
The 38 I took almost right away.
Is that after you went back and shot him the second time?
No, I didn't go back and do that. It was, I shot. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And I just like,
Did you hit him, you think, that last
The
time?
first two,
The first two you obviously did, but after you shoot,
he was like saying, like, he was still kind of like saying shit, like harmonic or whatever. So that's what made, like, I was worried about. That's why I remember the gun in his hand and worried about that. Like, he was going to try to shoot me or something. So I shot the third time.
do you think he hit him, or
I'm not sure.
did it shut him up?
Yeah, he stopped doing what he's doing. So
Zach has already said plenty to incriminate himself, but he's about to dig this hole of his even deeper. He claims he grabbed Michael's gun after shooting him a third time, all in self-defense, of course. But as you're about to see, keeping his story straight isn't exactly one of Zach's strengths, and this new version only makes him somehow look even more guilty, if that's even possible.
What did he end up having in his hand?
it was like a pipe or something, I think.
Okay.
Like a weed pipe or something. I just know it wasn't a gun.
Sure.
But I know he's got a 380 and he's got a revolver and he's got a couple shotguns. I mean, I knew he had guns, and that's what I was worried about. It was like they're all brothers in the club, so it was like, what did I do? What have I done? Or what they, I don't know. No justification. But I didn't want to get shot either. So.
Did you know the old guy that lived downstairs?
No, I didn't.
So when we found him, he had a gun like kind of cuffed into his we found him, he was at the top of the steps.
Oh, so he probably didn't die right away.
But he had a gun, like it was just a little Derringer. I mean, it was small, it wouldn't have done much damage. But he had that.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't shoot him though, so.
Yeah, I understand, but you were buying him. I didn't know if you saw him.
I
Did you ever know he had a gun with him?
No.
I mean, any time when you were living there?
They all had guns.
Okay.
They're all a bunch of old bikers. They all have weapons at all times, They definitely all, like, as far as I knew, every last one of them had a gun.
How long did you stay there?
I stayed there off and on. I stayed there, that time I'd been there a couple of days. But before I stayed there like a month, and then I'd stayed there a couple of weeks before that, just because, just kind of like on the run and just
Sure.
trying to hide out and stuff.
Got it.
Never had no problems though.
Did they charge you rent or no?
I helped drive Riff Raff off.
Okay. Would he come up and party with them if they were?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they were pretty tight, all
Yeah.
of them. Okay. Did they have a lot of traffic?
Yeah.
A lot of in and out traffic.
I dabble in meth once in a while too. I always have. So,
Somebody had used meth recently because there was still, in his bedroom, there was still some stuff. His bedroom, if you walk in, it's the first one on the left. Yeah, that's what we kind of figured. And then he had some more in a drawer. How did you meet him? Where's your connection to him?
A friend who knew him got me there because they knew I needed a place to stay. So he's like, I got the perfect place for you. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody bothers you out here, and it's real cool. It was cool the first couple times. But I got the second time I stopped because it was like too much foot traffic, like too many people going in and out. And I was just like, that's just gonna get you caught up.
Sure.
Sure.
Zach's lore gets more baffling by the minute, and how he ended up living with the men he went on to kill is no exception. After finding himself homeless, a friend recommended he stay with them while he gets back on his feet. Because what better place to get your life together than in the middle of nowhere with a methed out elderly biker gang who's seemingly armed to the teeth? Shockingly, things didn't go well, and Zach soon found himself the sole survivor.
Anything else you can add or anything you want to add?
I mean, not that I can think of like right now. Like it's still like blurring in my mind now. Just trying to like replay that shit. It's just like.
I bet. And pretty much everything you told me appears to be pretty accurate.
I mean, I know I emptied the clip.
Okay. Did you reload?
No.
Okay. Did you have additional magazines?
No, I think I have the one bullet that's left in there. That was for me, and then that was it.
Okay. So your thought was you were gonna at some point use that on you, that last bullet. Yeah. Well, I'm glad
It was
you're
mostly just to shoot in the air and have you guys shoot me. I've tried to before I don't have enough guts to do it.
Yeah. Well, for your son's sake and your wife's sake, more importantly your son's sake, I'm glad you didn't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Because your son will be able to see you. He'll be able to come at some point. I don't know how prison works, but obviously you do. But I would think at some point he's going to be able to come visit you.
Oh yeah.
Do they let him when they're young? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for his sake, he's not going to know any different initially.
Yeah.
Anything I can help you with? Because like I said, I do appreciate your honesty, your cooperation. You could have made this difficult for me, and you didn't, and I appreciate that.
There's gonna be things you probably need as far as like little details or little questions you have. And I'm fine with all that. I already know there's no snitching, nothing. But I'm not snitching on nobody myself.
No, you're right. There's probably going to be one or two things I didn't think to ask today.
Yeah.
And you're cool with me coming up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Like I said, as long as like you guys have held up your end, like with bringing my wife in here and doing what you said, and he went and ordered some pizza and all that. So I'm just a man of my word. If it's upheld on both ends of how our relationship right now is how it'll always be unless you change it.
Sure.
That's just true.
Yeah.
I won't ever change it because I have no reason to.
I have no reason to change it either.
And so that's just it's just. But yeah, I know you have more questions.
Let me get with my partner here real quick and see if he had any questions.
You heard that right. Zach's worked up quite the appetite spilling this semi-confession full of half-truths, and now his piping hot pepperoni pizza has just arrived. But while they wait for it to be brought into the room, Detective Brian's partner steps in to ask a few questions of his own, and the answers give us keen insights into Zach's troubled past and the history of frightening violence he's inflicted on his young family.
Pizza's here. I don't know if you guys are just taking a break.
But I wondered if you wanted to pop in.
I do.
I want to see if there's some things I missed.
I'm gonna talk to you for a couple minutes and
You want me in or out?
you're fine. We're not like jumping around here. All right. I'm gonna be brief because I'm not. You know, we were listening. I was listening. I've been in here talking, and you've been straight up. I got a question for you. Do you remember? You actually alluded to it earlier. You said, "Yeah, I shot all her windows and her slider and everything like that." Can you tell me about how that happened?
We were going through this custody thing with divorce and
Okay.
like going through not divorce, but a custody battle with it. And when we first separated, she gave me full custody of my son. I had him for like 6-8 months, something like that. And then she took him. And then when I had a warrant for, I thought I had a warrant for domestic or something, and she got a temporary order of relief, and then she wouldn't let me see him. And I hadn't seen him for like 2 months. I hadn't seen my son, and so like I tried to get into her glass door of her house, the back door, and then I couldn't get in. I seen the camera in the corner, so I shot towards the floor and shot the camera out,
All right.
or what I thought was a camera out.
What'd you shoot?
A 9mm.
9mm. And what did you use to try to get in the door?
A crowbar.
Nobody was hurt.
No.
Did you ever get in?
No.
Just shot the windows.
There was just that one window. Yeah.
Window. Okay.
Yeah. That was after I broke it with a crowbar first.
Broke it with a crowbar first and shot it. Can you tell me what happened? You were driving an Excursion, and Amanda had an Explorer, maybe. Tell me what happened.
It happened right around the same time. It was, she had my son. I hadn't seen him. I was pulling into a park to go smoke a blunt, roll a blunt up, and she was coming out of the park. I knew she'd be in that area usually because she exchanged kids with her other baby daddy at that time or whatever. So I used to be in that neighborhood a lot, just kind of like seeing if I could catch her or something with my son. Because we was playing mostly like snatching at that point. She didn't have a custody order or nothing. So it's like whoever has custody of me has custody of me. If he's leaving at a babysitter and I come and get him, then I got custody, which is up to him, But I hadn't seen him, so I seen her and I seen that the baby seat in the back, so I kind of like ran her off the road. and 'cause I was gonna try and get him out of the truck, steal my son back. But people started calling out and stuff, and I took off.
Did you ram the vehicles?
Yeah, I ran the vehicle.
Yeah.
So that's why I got her off the road. I hit the front of her vehicle and pushed her to the side.
Okay. Those are the only ones I was going to touch base on.
Zach's disturbing stories about shooting up his wife's house and trying to run her off the road definitely puts a few things in context. Now we know why the two were headed for a divorce, and why she wouldn't let Father of the Year here anywhere near their son.
I'm not just going to come in here, ask 10 questions, and leave. Is there anything else you feel like you want to get off your chest?
Is there any more charges? Is that 2 charges? Is that the only charges I got, I think?
No, I can tell you this. I don't know everything. I know you got some previous warrants.
Okay.
And some of them are for some of this, and I don't know everything. I honestly haven't run what all your warrants are.
Okay.
But I can tell you that at this point, my sergeant, me, this sergeant, kind of made a determination that the most important thing to address currently would be what happened in Jackson.
Right.
So you'll probably go to Jackson, maybe the prison, but eventually to start with the Jackson County Jail.
Right.
So what you're charged with, if you're charged with a Kent County or Grand Rapids case, we won't be able to get you in front of a judge, maybe never, maybe after a long period of time. So your charges are probably going to be more related to whatever you guys just spoke about in Jackson.
I was just asking if there's any more you want me to clear up so I can get it out the way.
Honestly, I looked a little bit. I don't know. There might be some stuff. I think the idea of you're willing to clear some stuff up. I'm willing to work on that. I can do a little digging. What I'm willing to do, I'm going to cuff you in front for a minute, and so you can eat, because I'm not going to feed you like a baby.
Appreciate it.
But you're going to stay cuffed, and bottom line is that you're still going to stay cuffed.
I mean, I'm all right with that. I'm not. If I was going to try to do something, I'd have been did it for one, and for two, if I didn't want to come in, I wouldn't have came in. You guys would have shot me. That's
No,
all.
I'm not arguing with you on that,
Right.
and I feel like I may have offended you when I said that. What I want you to understand is that we just have policies.
No, I'm saying that you're not offending me. What I'm saying is the offensive that you got to keep explaining. Is for one, it's not your call. It's protocol probably. But for two, if your boss says keep me in the cuffs, I don't know how much pull you got. You got to keep me in the cuffs.
Right.
It's not no big deal to me to be in cuffs, man. I've been in the cuffs for
We want to make it easier though.
I appreciate
We don't want to treat you like a bird.
I appreciate it.
So what I'll do is I'll go sit tight for a minute, and I'm gonna go grab some piece of pie or a couple pieces of pizza, and I'm gonna grab some napkins, and I'm gonna cuff you
Appreciate
and move things around.
If there's any more that I thought I was charged with. I don't know what else I thought I was charged with, but I know the thing with the vehicle was a big deal, and I know shooting into the residence was, so I don't know if there was anything else besides that. I just wanted to clear it up for you guys.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I stopped looking.
All right. Got you. It's small on a significant scale, I get it.
So there may be something else. My boss probably can tell me when I get out of here, but right now, that was what I just had some questions on.
Absolutely,
Okay.
no problem.
So I will go grab some pizza, and I'll be
I'm
back.
gonna sit tight.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. Stand up for me.
You want me to rip that off or you got it?
Oh, I got it. With the handcuffs at the front, I think I can manage.
Sure.
With his confession in the can and his cuffs now in front, Zach digs into the last decent slice of pizza he'll ever eat. Because despite his ever-shifting story of self-defense, all it did in the end was help seal his fate. Zachary Borton was charged with first-degree homicide, second-degree homicide, felony firearm possession, and stealing a financial transaction device. While the jury was hung on the third murder count involving Edward Kanzler, he was found guilty on all other charges. He was given the maximum sentence, life in prison without parole. After the ruling, prosecutor Jerry Jarzinka publicly thanked the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and gave special praise to Detective Brian Huttenlocker and the unit who investigated the crime.